Hey guys, SlyFox TV here, and today in this video we are going to be talking about how to get started with filmmaking, or how to become a filmmaker, and also how I became a filmmaker. So let's get started. Alright, so basically how I got started is I've always loved taking videos. Always loved taking videos. I've always just enjoyed it. I've actually started out with an old tape camcorder and a DS. And I didn't know at the time when I was filming with these that film was actually an art form. I didn't know that there's so much work put into it. And I've always just loved playing around with videos, and like I look on my DS every now and then to just look at old memories and stuff like that, and it's awesome. It's just amazing. And actually one of my first films was actually shot on a DS. A 3DS, a Nintendo 3DS, one of my first films. I'll put the link in the description to that. But anyways, a lot of people get confused, completely confused by all this stuff, just ISO and all. They only think about like the technical stuff and the big nice cameras. Right now I'm currently shooting at like on a, I think if I'm correct, a 10-year-old camera. It's a Canon T3i, a Canon EOS Rebel T3i, which is a fairly old camera, and it's not even a prosumer camera like the ones that are meant for at least somewhat professional people. It's meant for like people who are literally just getting into photography and just learning their bare bone basics. But it has video settings, it was cheap, I could actually afford it, and that was more of my first kind of, I would say, at least for me, more professional type camera. But anyways, first step I would give you when you start filmmaking, obviously get a camera. Any camera will work. Any camera. Buy a camera, borrow a camera, find a camera in your attic. Literally any camera, whether it's film or digital, whatever. And just start recording video. Just start playing around with it. See if it has audio inputs for microphones, and just start watching YouTube videos. There's also two routes you can go when it comes to learning filmmaking. You can either watch the videos you're watching right now with me and other people, or you can go to film school. Now, honestly, I have decided I want to do kind of a mix of both. I kind of want to learn both of the worlds and kind of see how it's like. And in my mind, my path is more kind of the independent kind of route. It really depends all on you. What do you want to do in filmmaking? What do you want to film? What kind of movies do you want to make? What documentaries? I mean, you don't have to make movies, you don't have to make documentaries. It all depends on what you want to make. But yeah, and also some of my favorite content creators, the ones that kind of got me started in realizing that it was actually an art form, was Peter McKinnon and D4 Darius. Those, at least from what I can remember, were the two that really helped me start realizing what that film was more of an art form. Like, there may have been some others, but I just can't remember them right now. But anyways, back to the main point. Filmmaking is kind of more or less what you want to do. What are you trying to do with film? It's not all only about the cameras. I mean, yes, cameras, lighting, and all that kind of stuff plays a major role. And also, like, a lot of people don't seem to realize it, but like even just the lighting can change an emotion, or like just like the direction a film is going, or the lens choices, or the angles that you are shooting from can literally change a movie from a horror movie to more of a comedy. Just like the slightest little changes, and I think that's what makes it really interesting. But it's all really just creative choices. There's not really just like, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. There are some rules in some ways, but a lot of times, film is just like, do whatever the heck you want. Like, what do you want to do? How are you going to do it? And how do you want to convey your emotion, or whatever? It doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be kind of depression kind of emotion. It can be any kind of emotion. But anyways, I'm kind of getting off track. But like, kind of do what you want to do. Film what you know, film or record what you know how to do. And kind of go from your experiences and like what you've done. I mean, also you can experiment, do something from someone else's perspective on life. That would actually be kind of interesting. It really just depends. What are you planning to do with film? I am just here to teach you the basics of how to turn on the camera, what is ISO, what is that, really the rest of it, what path you choose, whether you go to film school or not, whether you just watch YouTube videos or not, whether you go use 14-Day Filmmaker or whatever, or any other filmmaking website that's supposed to teach you filmmaking, that is really all your choice. And what you film, it's all your choice. And I want to make sure that everybody kind of understands that. What are you wanting to do? Now, there is also a difference between if you are wanting to make money or you want to do it as more of a hobby. You can probably, some people have even found a way to do both. But it really just depends. It really just depends. Are you in it for more of the money kind of side? Are you doing it for more money? Or are you doing it for fun? I'm kind of wanting to do it for kind of a little bit both. I'm kind of in between right there. It really depends on what you want to do. What do you want to do? How do you want to film it? How do you want to do it? Just pick up a camera, start filming, just film anything. You want to film you hiking on the mountains, the Tetons or something like that? Go do that. You are more of an actual movie kind of person. And you want to actually film like, I don't know, Terminator or something like that. Or maybe you want to film a documentary on someone who has depression and kind of like raising awareness. You can do that. You can actually help people who like raising awareness for people with depression or other things. You can actually help people with film, which I've also thought was really neat. And that's why I've always just loved film so much. But yeah, it's really just more or less up to you. You are the one who decides, not the camera. The camera is really just the paintbrush. You are the hand, you are the brain. You decide, and you tell the camera what to do. You tell the lights what to do. You tell all the equipment what to do. You just put it together. You think about it. I mean, you can also have friends to help you. You don't have to have professional people to, you know, help you do all these things. You can actually get your friends, and that's how I've done it. I've gotten my friends to hold the boom mic, or taught them at least the basics on how to operate a camera, and then all they have to do is focus. I've even had to act in my own movies before. I mean, I'm still trying to learn acting. Now, acting is also another route that you can go on, and it's a very interesting one, but it's also a very hard one. A lot of people don't realize how hard it is to be an actor. It's pretty hard. But yeah, that's kind of my basic definition on what filmmaking is and how to kind of become a filmmaker. Just keep building, keep filming, just keep going, and just keep, I don't know, watching videos on YouTube. Go to film school, whichever route you think suits you best, which one teaches you best, which one is more at your speed. Do some research, just literally anything, and just keep filming, just keep filming, just keep going. And even though you fail, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. And that is the most truest thing ever. I've had like many moments where I have like broken down and gotten so frustrated that it's not good enough, and you just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep filming, you just gotta keep putting out that content, you just gotta keep going at it. And even though you fail, you are going to learn something from that failure. You are going to realize your mistakes, and then you're gonna realize, oh, that did not work out so well, or working with this particular person wasn't the best idea. And then you start realizing your process, you start realizing how to do something. Failure makes thinking happen. So, yeah, that was the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that it helped you kind of figure out what filmmaking is and how to kind of get started, at least more or less. And please comment down below what you thought about this video, and also if you have any questions. I would be glad to help answer any of your questions. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!